Hi guys, it's me, Melissa. I'm going to get into the history of the tarot. I want to get into the introduction of the tarot so that we can begin our journey on studying the cards. I'm going to be doing the Rider-Waite. I personally have the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. That's the one I'm going to be using for this. So if you'd like to go out and purchase that deck, follow me along with that deck. If not, I do have it with me, or you can use any Rider-Waite deck. I am going to be using the Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. So this is the book that I'm going to be working with. I don't want to get into too much of the different books. I want to go with one so that we can get that square and away. So let's go into the introduction of the tarot. Let's begin with the basics of the tarot. The structure of the deck, and how the cards link astrology, Kabbalah, and the numbers together. You'll learn how to lay out cards for each of the minor arcana, a total of 30. The layouts of the cards. There are, in a regular tarot deck, there's 78 cards. 22 of them are the major arcana, which go from 0 to 21, which follows the Fool's path along life. The problems that he faces, the things that he's learned, the knowledge that he's learned, and what he gains. And then it ends with a World card, which, is the end of his journey. So that's what the major arcana is about. The minor arcana, which has 4 suits. The 4 suits are the cups, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands. Cups have to do with the element of water, which deal with your emotions and your relationships. The pentacles are earth, which deal with property, money, and your achievements. Swords has to do with the element of air, and it deals with intellect and decisions. Wands are the element of fire, which has to do with instincts, travel, and communication. Then we go into the court cards. The court cards are the knights, which have to do with fire. Queens, water. Kings are air. Pages are the earth. So if you understand these concepts of that, then it helps a little bit better to understand the cards. And now when I begin, let's go. I wanted to read you guys a little bit of the history too on these cards. There's so much speculation about when and where the tarot had started. But let me read you what Liz Dean wrote. She writes, the earliest surviving tarot cards date back to the 15th century, probably created in northern Italy. It's likely that the word tarot derives from tarocchi, which tarocchi was an Italian card game that preceded the tarot. These cards were known as the Visconti Sforza's tarots. Were commissioned by the Duke of Milan, Francesco Visconti, in as early as 1415. The church called early cards the Devil's Picture Book, possibly because some of the printed versions were used for gaming purposes. These original hand-painted cards have predominantly Christian themes and imagery. Their sequence tells a story. A youth who symbolically dies and is reborn, embodied in 0, the Fool, and 21, the World. For this reason, the sequence of the cards, known as the Major Arcana, is referred to as the Fool's Journey. The cards feature angels, the four virtues, the devil, a male, a female pope, along with other characters we would associate more with fairy tales than a satanic manifesto. The wise woman, the mother, the father, the innocent youth, old man, lovers, queens, kings, knights, and a magician. Yet knowledge of the tarot may have preceded even the Duke, as in 1377, a German monk, brother Johannes von Reinfeld, described a series of painted cards that worked as an allegorical journey of life in the soul. It's believed that the Gnostic sects may have used the cards to teach illiterate people about dualism or interplay of opposites, which we see in many of the cards' meanings. In this way, the cards may have been used to express the possibility teachings of Christian beliefs. It goes into here about the hidden knowledge. There's hidden knowledge in these cards of the astrology. The word occult may have dark connotations, but it actually means hidden knowledge. The tarot's reputation as an occult practice crept in during the 18th century with the French Frismanic Antoine Court de Rebellion's treatise, in which he claimed that the tarot cards were in effect an ancient Egyptian book of wisdom. He named the tarot the Book of Thoth, after an Egyptian god of healing, wisdom, and the occult. His beliefs emerged as a part of the occult revival in the late 1800s when ancient knowledge was popularized by Napoleon's invasion of Egypt in 1798, and tomb artifacts made their way to the West. Jean-Baptiste Allet, known by the name of Atelier, who developed the tarot's possible links with the Kabbalah. His esoteric belief system based in the Hebrew tradition. The story continues with a French, Eliphas Levi, who made the connotation between the 22 cards of the Major Arcana and the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, which corresponded with the pathways of the Tree of Life. Levi's research influenced Arthur Edward Waite, the creator of the Rider-Waite card, who was a leading light of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, a British occult society founded in 1888 by Freemasons William Wynne Westcott, William Robert Woodman, and Samuel Little Mathers. The order brought together Kabbalistic astrology and Egyptian wisdom, creating a theory of tarot associations that have become generally accepted today. While the tarot has collected many occult associations over the years, essentially these magical cards reflect the beliefs of their creators. Tarot's ability to adapt and survive has led to a plethoric deck of an abundance of decks, from Wiccan tarots to steampunk, angel tarots to vampires, fairies to Da Vinci. While these decks may be contemporary tastes, tarot ultimately speaks to us through its archetypes. the infinite mirrors of ourselves. So back in the late, I think it was 1908, is when the Rider-Waite was published. The first illustrations of the Rider-Waite were published. So that's my brief history on the tarot. I want to go into cleansing the deck. There's different ways that you can attune your deck. You can sleep with them. You want to shuffle those cards. You want to look at the cards. You want to touch the cards. You want to play with the cards. You want to hold them in your hands. You want to close your eyes. Look at the pictures in the cards. Meditate on those cards. Visualize you being in those cards. Then you can cleanse your cards. You can hold your cards in one hand, fan them out. Blow on them. Knock on your cards before you do a reading. I do this. I fan my cards, blow on them, knock on them 3 times, and then I do that. There's also saging. You can use Palo Santo. You can use, you can use any kind of your incense to do that. You can cleanse them with water. There's so many things that you can do. You can put a crystal on those. Basically what I do is I sleep with my cards, I play with my cards, I read about my cards before I begin working with my cards. So that I can get attuned to those cards. So that's one thing that you'll want to do. Then you set up for your cards. You can have a table where you set up. I do a lot of my readings in bed for myself. I do those readings in bed right before I go to sleep. I have my tarot journal. I jot down all my tarot things. I usually do a 3-card spread, or whatever cards fall out are the cards that I feel as if Spirit's trying to tell me that I need to work on, or what they want to tell me. And then I write everything down in my journal. So that's how I go about that, with my cards. You can do reverse meanings. I do not read reverse meanings. I think for me personally, there's enough cards in the deck that are going to tell me what I need to know instead of doing the reverse. You can do the reverse if you'd like, but when I go over the cards, I will give you some of the reversals just so that you guys know. Again, I don't read reversals. You can also do things like numbers with the cards when you're reading cards. There's colors. We'll get into all of that when we go into the reading of the cards. So I hope this helps you guys. I cannot wait to get into doing the readings. Not the readings. I want to go into each one of the cards with you guys so that we can learn. There's never enough learning. Even though I know the cards and I know the meanings, I know there's something that I'm going to get out of this. Even doing the history of this, I've already learned some things that I had forgotten, or I had not thought about in a long time. Even some things that I hadn't known. So I hope you guys like this. Again, if you like this and you want to see more like this and you want to get notified when I upload a video, please like my channel. Give me a thumbs up so you guys can get notified. Down below, I also have, I'll be have a link in the comments page to my Patreon page. So if you'd like to join me on Patreon, that would be very much appreciated. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. And I look forward to everything that you guys do for me. And I look forward to working with these cards with you guys so that we can learn together. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Bye, guys.